right track. Seems to me we should have been there long before now.
Everybody said just follow the river and we'd run right smack dab into Fort West Point. So as long as we keep sight of the... Bingo. Take a look.
Maybe I misunderstood what we were told in Philadelphia, but I was under the impression that this territory was held by the Americans.
You'll have no trouble getting from here to Fort West Point, gentlemen. There are no British soldiers on the west bank of the Hudson.
I'm glad to know you heard the same thing I did, although it seems that someone might have been mistaken.
It does seem that way.
Captain, have your men bring the boats ashore and hide them. Establish your camp in that heavy growth of timber. Be on the alert for American patrols. If all goes well, I should be back by dawn. If I am delayed, maintain your position until I return.
And if you don't return, sir?
Now, what could possibly detain me?
Well, may I remind you, Major, if you're captured out of uniform, you'll be hanged outright as a spy.
A remote possibility, since I'm traveling on a pass signed by the commandant at West Point. As you can see, Captain, everything is going as we planned. My negotiations are successful. The rebellion will be ended in a month.
What do you make of that? A civilian being put ashore by a large escort of British soldiers. I don't know, Mingo.
Sir.
I hope I haven't kept you waiting.
No, sir, I've just this moment gotten here.
The rendezvous has been arranged?
Yes, sir, we should be there by dark.
Let's be off. Now, carry on.
Yes, sir. And good luck, sir.
Thank you, Captain.
I've got an idea that General Washington will be very interested to know about this.
Hey, gentlemen, attention!
Carry on, men.
General, good evening.
Good evening, Roby. I see the Rangers are engaged in one of their gentler pastimes.
Yes, sir. There's a gentleman waiting for you in the back room, sir.
Mr. Anderson. An old friend of mine. Fetch me a pitcher of hot rum, Roby.
Yes, sir. And a pot of honey and a dish of butter for a flavoring.
Ah, Roby, you know my weakness.
Come on, Puggers, you got it now. Beat it on our slate, boy.
General Scott?
Mr. Anderson.
We meet at last. Would you care to join me for a brandy?
Thank you. I prefer a more robust drink.
Do you think it was wise, General, to have planned this meeting in a roadside tavern?
A business meeting in a public place? What's there to be suspect in that? Or would you have preferred coming to my headquarters? Ah, Roby. Thank you. Now, would you see to it that we're not disturbed?
Yes, sir. And if there's something else you need, please let me know.
The proprietor?
Friend of mine. A Tory sympathizer and a greedy man. He's already bought and paid for.
I accept your judgment, General. You'll Excuse my nervousness, but this is my first experience as a spy.
But it's my first experience as a traitor.
Well, I must say, you have a most cold-blooded attitude about it.
I'm a businessman, among other things. I have merchandise to sell. From your correspondence, I assume you're interested in buying.
I'll listen to your term.
20,000 pounds, plus compensation for the property I stand to lose.
You drive a hard bargain.
On the contrary, I consider it extremely generous. As long as the Americans retain control of shipping on the Hudson River, Britain can't possibly win this war. Once they lose that control, the war will end within a matter of a few days.
I'll grant you that.
And so I sell you Fort West Point for the sum I have mentioned. 100 cannon, powder, shot, supplies, and a nation.
And just how do you intend doing this?
Is it a bargain?
If I think your plans are feasible.
Then listen very carefully.
You do it again.
Well, I don't know about you, Mingo, but I'm ready for some good hot food and a little rest.
Dad, don't tell me you're growing tired of my cooking.
I hate to tell you this, but you're possibly the worst cook in the world outside of myself.
Good evening, gentlemen. Come, sit by the fire and warm yourselves.
Well, now, would you look what just walked inside the door?
First time I've sat down in 2 days.
I take it you've traveled some distance.
From Kentucky.
A long way indeed. Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Well, for one thing, you can tell us how much further it is to Fort West Point.
A little over 5 miles, but I'd advise against your traveling at night. There are thugs and highwaymen abroad, and if you're carrying anything of value...
I don't think we've got anything of particular value, but we'd kind of like to keep what we've got. I think we'll stay overnight if you can provide us with lodging.
As good as any in New York. $1 for the two of you for room and supper.
Sounds fair enough.
Perhaps you'd like a hot rum while I get the food.
Like a hot run?
That sounds good, too.
Then make yourselves at home. I'll be with you in just a moment.
Purvis, what are you fixing to do?
I'm fixing to extend a personal welcome to that strange Indian who's come amongst us.
Oh, now, my, aren't you a wonderful man, even though you can't arm wrestle? I'll go with you.
Oh, what can we do for you?
We got this rule that says any Indian comes in here has got to stand a round of drinks.
Quaint local custom, I presume.
Well, no. The fact is, I just now made it up.
Well, why don't you just unmake it and go back over there and sit down with your friends?
Mister, I can see you're going to try my patience.
General.
Sit down, Mr. Anderson. It's just a barroom brawl. There's no cause for alarm.
Now you done it. You went and made me mad.
I got a feeling those two are downright unfriendly, Purvis.
Please, can't you do something?
Now, landlord, don't you fret. They're just trying to decide who's going to buy the drinks.
About that rule that the Indian always buys the drinks?
Well, I got that a little backwards. What I meant to say was, any Indian comes in here, I got to buy the drinks. Because his being here shows his courage, and I'm a man who appreciates courage. Stranger, you just knocked me further than I ever been knocked before, and I got to admire you for it.
There you have the strategy I planned. You find it feasible?
I find no major flaws in it, except for one detail.
What's that?
The iron chain and log boom you have stretched across the river to stop navigation.
One link in that chain has already been removed. Sail your ships upriver. It's an easy task to separate the boom.
It seems you've thought of everything.
I'm a soldier, Major Andre.
Mr. Anderson, if you please.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Anderson. As I said, I'm a soldier, and as such, I do not commit myself without first planning my campaign.
How can I be sure that this campaign of yours is not a clever ruse to draw Sir Henry Clinton and his army into a trap?
As I have explained in our previous correspondence, I am disenchanted with the acts of Congress, violently opposed to our French alliance. I am also in desperate need of money. I consider those sufficient reasons for transferring my loyalty to the Crown. If I can be assured of my personal safety and adequate indemnification for my property. And I see no reason why my word should be questioned.
If you'll forgive me, you are presently engaged in violating your oath of loyalty to your country. The word of a traitor must always be suspect.
I suppose you're aware that I could have you arrested and hanged as a spy. I'll refrain from that, because I gave my word that you could cross our lines and return unmolested. The word is still good, but I can see we have no further business to discuss.
Sit down, General. You've left your rum unfinished. I apologize for my remark, but I must be positive about your attitude. Sir Henry would surely have my hide if I were to fumble such an opportunity.
Very well.
It seems we've discussed everything except the time. Or had you taken that into consideration yet?
Today is the 21st of September, allowing 1 day for your return and 2 days for Sir Henry to bring his army north. West Point should be in British hands by the 26th.
So soon?
There's a reason for the urgency. General Washington left for Hartford this morning to be gone a week. It must be done during his absence or not done at all.
I'll tell Sir Henry.
You'll dine with me here tomorrow night. I'll have diagrams of my troop disposition and plans of our fortifications.
I'd hoped to return tonight.
I have yet to draw the diagrams.
And under the circumstances, I dislike carrying any papers.
I'm afraid there's no other way. If I send them through the post, they might be delayed.
Very well. Tomorrow night, then, at the same time.
Until tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Anderson.
Attention!
What's been going on here, landlord?
Slight misunderstanding, sir, but it's all been taken care of now.
If there's been any damage, bill them for it. I'll see to it that you're paid.
Yes, sir.
All right, back to the post, or I'll have every mother's son of you in irons.
Well, you heard the man. Let's go.
Landlord? I find I'll be staying over after all, if you have a room available.
Yes, sir. Right this way.
A civilian at the river. We didn't get a real close look at him, but that cape and those boots, there's no doubt that he's dressed the same. Coming ashore in a British boat for a private conference with the General of the Continental Army. Can you make anything of that? I could make quite a lot of that without stretching my imagination too far.
I take it that you both come to volunteer.
Volunteer? I just came to see General Washington.
Well, you got a long ride ahead of you. He left for Connecticut yesterday. Do you have any particular business with him?
All I know is that he sent for me.
Is your name Boone?
That's right.
Well, we've been waiting on you. Your name's Tad Arlen.
It's my friend Mingo.
Mingo, howdy.
It's a pleasure indeed.
Does he always talk like that?
Well, except when he's talking Indian. You said you've been waiting for me, Tad. What for?
You mean to tell me you don't know?
Nope.
Well, I could tell you, but I reckon I ought to leave that up to General Scott.
General Scott?
He's a commander of this here post, and he don't like people taking on authority.
Where can I find him?
Oh, no, you won't find him around here. Accommodations didn't suit his taste, so he set up headquarters in his mansion house about a mile downstream. If you want to wait while I saddle up my horse, I'll take you to him.
The British are presently involved in a major attempt to cut the colonies in two. We are informed that Major Guy Carleton, with 600 soldiers and 200 Indians, is advancing down the shores of Lake Champlain in the direction of Schenectady and Albany. Sir John Johnson, with 600 regulars, has been joined by Brant, with 600 Indians, at Unadilla. This force will sweep toward the frontiers at the headwaters of the Schoharie. Now, our troops in this area are numerically inadequate to cope with such an overwhelming force. And it is General Washington's intent to create a diversionary action to relieve the pressure. In order to do this, he hopes to form a company of volunteers, 150 strong, all woodsmen and experienced Indian fighters. Now, this force will move west along the Mohawk, destroying the Indian villages. You, Mr. Boone, have been selected as their captain. Are there any questions?
When is all this supposed to get underway?
As soon as the men can be assembled and equipped.
How many men do you have today?
Well, they've been straggling in by ones and twos. How many would you say, Sergeant?
Oh, I'd say about 20, including myself, sir.
I'm afraid the response has not been as enthusiastic as General Washington anticipated. It's quite possible that you made a long and arduous trip, all for nothing. At any rate, nothing can be done until the general returns.
When is that?
Hopefully, within a week. However, that depends on how things are progressing toward the east. And now, if there are no further questions...
Oh, I almost forgot, General.
Yes, Mr. Boone.
Mingo and I saw some British soldiers coming ashore 10, 12 miles down the river.
British troops on the west side of the river? I'll have it investigated, Mr. Boone.
They had a civilian with them.
Oh, that would explain it, then. Undoubtedly a mail courier. They're permitted to go back and forth under a flag of truce.
You ought to know, General. You were with that man in that tavern down the road last night.
Oh, you mean Mr. Anderson. A merchant from New York. I did business with him in Philadelphia.
A merchant with a military escort.
A privileged character, Mr. Boone. He has dealings with both sides. It's not at all unusual.
Just thought I'd mention it. Something wrong, Mingo?
I've always thought of you as a sensible man, Daniel.
That's very nice of you.
But I'm beginning to change my opinion after that parting remark of yours. Was it really wise to blurt out everything you know?
I just wanted to see what he would do.
I hope you're satisfied.
Reasonably so. What I'd really like to know is what kind of merchandise Mr. Anderson deals in.
Hey, what are you two talking about?
Maybe nothing at all. Since we're in no big hurry to get back to the fort, why don't we stop off that little tavern down the road? I'll buy the drinks.
Well, that sounds like a sensible idea. General George Washington in the Continental Congress.
How long have you been around here, Ted?
Oh, about a month now. I only live a little way upriver, so I reckon I was just about the first one to get the word.
What do you know about this General Scott?
Oh, about what everybody else knows, I guess.
Well, how much is that? Mingo and I are from the back country, and we're not too well informed.
Well, folks say he's married to this girl from Philadelphia. Come from a real rich family. Couldn't get along on what a general gets paid, so...
Starts to get more and more in debt.
That's right. I even heard he misused Army funds. If it hadn't been for General Washington, they'd have busted him clean out of the Army.
Is he still married to this woman?
Yeah. I've seen her a couple times when she come up from Philadelphia. She's a real good-looking girl.
Well, I reckon that explains it, then.
Explains what?
Well, I was just wondering what it'd take for a man to start dealing with the British.
General Scott?
It's beginning to look that way.
Well, I admit I don't care much for him, but I'd hate to believe that about him.
You'd best begin to prepare yourself.
Sergeant Arlen?
Corporal, what are you doing around here?
Looking for you.
Well, I'm never very hard to find. What do you want me for?
I'm taking you back to the fort, all three of you.
Well, do you mind telling me what this is all about, Corporal?
General Scott's orders. All personnel are to report immediately and be confined to the post until further notice.
Well, I don't suppose this would apply to Mingo and I. We're not signed up for anything.
It applies to you, so just get on your feet and let's get going.
What would happen if Mingo and I said we didn't want to go?
What are you thinking, Daniel?
Thinking we've got to get out of here. You know why he's keeping us penned up in here, don't you?
Maybe he didn't care too much for your topic of conversation back there.
At least we found out what we had to know.
How are we going to prove it?
Well, not by standing here.
What happens if it turns out that we were wrong after all?
Well, we'd probably be heading back for Kentucky sooner than we thought, and probably a whole lot faster.
Purvis, I think you're bluffing.
I'll call you. Ed, what can I do for you, Captain?
I need 5 or 6 good men to go over the stockade wall tonight.
You mean just bust on out of here? A man could get himself killed that way.
Unless he got caught. What 6 would you pick?
Well, I'd pick me for one.
And the other 5?
I don't know. They're all pretty much alike. Say, any of you men want to get court-martialed? And then get shot to death?
I'd prefer that to fighting Boone again.
All right, Purvis. Anybody else?
What are you aiming to do, Tad?
We aim to get out of here come dark.
If that's the case, why don't we all go?
We need somebody to stay behind and cover for us.
Well, you just keep on talking, Captain. What are you planning on doing once we get outside?
Have any of you ever kidnapped a man?
What's the kidnap?
No. Well, you've got a new experience coming to you.
Are you fixing on stealing the general?
Not until I have proof of what I think. Right now, I'm fixing to take out after a Mr. Anderson.
As you can see, I've marked the chart with crosses to indicate the disposition of my troops. No one group will include more than a dozen men. Their capture should present no problem. Now, once they're prisoners, you can gain access to the fort itself by appearing at the gates in Continental uniforms. I'll make sure the garrison is a small one. Now, this is a detailed diagram of the fort itself, showing gun emplacement, powder magazines, storerooms for supplies. Do you have any questions?
I think not.
Then that brings us to the small matter of money.
5,000 pounds. The rest to be delivered when the fortress is secured. I believe that was our agreement.
Yes, that's quite correct.
You may count it if you like.
Oh, I hardly think that's necessary. After all, our business must be founded on mutual trust. Your health, sir. His Majesty the King.
Now, if you'll excuse me, General, I'm anxious to be on my way.
Oh, I suggest you hide those in your boot in case some highwayman tries to take your purse. They're quite damning evidence.
For both of us. The handwriting happens to be yours.
A gesture of good faith on my part. Good night, Mr. Anderson. If all goes well, I'll see you on the 26th.
Good night, General.
I almost forgot. You fellas go ahead. My money, I won fair and square, you know. It's a good game, too.
You know what you're supposed to do.
Captain, don't you worry about a thing. We'll put on a good show.
Now, who's gonna hit who?
Just get lined up with that door. I'm gonna give you the first lick, because I figure I can whip you anyhow.
Corporal in the guard!
Get up! Attention!
Clerk?
Yes, sir?
What's the meaning of all this?
All this what, sir?
All this brawling. What are you men fighting about?
Fighting, sir? We weren't fighting, Lieutenant. Just practicing the art of hand-to-hand combat.
I hear one more sound, I'll court-martial a lot of you. Now get back in the barracks.
Yes, sir.
Are we all here?
All present and accounted for.
Sounds like the war inside's over. We better hightail it to those trees before the sentries take their post.
Captain, just one thing bothers me.
What's that?
How do we get back in?
Well, if I'm right, we'll walk in through that gate. But if I'm wrong, you better head for the hills because that's where I'm headed.
Sorry, but I'm closed for the night.
Well, this may come as a surprise to you, Mr. Rowley, but you just opened up again. Come on in, boys.
But I thought you were confined to quarters.
The general changed his mind.
Mr. Anderson, your guest, is he retired for the night?
Mr. Anderson, oh, he's the New York merchant who was lodging here.
Did you say he was lodging?
Yes, he left shortly after dinner. He must be well on his way to New York town by now.
Well, Captain, you tried, but I reckon we're a little late.
There's a chance those British boats won't leave until morning.
British boats? On the west shore of the Hudson? Well, the general should be informed of this.
The general already knows, Mr. Roby. Do you have any horses?
I have two, but they're both sorry mounts.
Purvis, you and Tatum saddle the horses. Mingo, you'll ride with me. Noble, you and Slade keep an eye on Mr. Roby. He may not be mixed up in this, but we can't afford to take the chance. The rest of you can follow me on foot.
Captain, you know it's 5 or 6 miles to Teller's Point. Now, that's a long way to walk. Wait a minute. I got an idea. There's a farmer living down the road with a wagon and a team. Now, that'd get us there a lot faster, wouldn't it?
Do you think he'd lend them to you at this hour of the night?
Well, Mingo, I was figuring he could be persuaded.
Let's go.
Time you figure on him getting back? Depends on what kind of trouble I run into. But if they ain't back for dawn, I'm heading out. I got no hankering to face a firing squad.
The night's still long, gentlemen. Another drink or two might make it shorter. There'll be no charge, of course.
Well, now that's what I call real hospitable, especially for a man that's being held a prisoner.
Here, I'll take it.
Drink up, gentlemen. There's more where that came from.
At least we know where he is. Now all we have to do is figure out a way to abduct him.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
You take the sentry on the right. I'll take the other one.
excuse my dress, Major, but it's rather late. I'd given up all hope you'd be here tonight.
I stayed off the highway to avoid the possibility of being robbed. Has the boat come up from New York yet?
She'll drop anchor sometime after midnight, sir. Shall I turn out the men and strike camp?
Let them sleep. Daylight will come soon enough. And I've been assured there'll be no American patrols in this sector.
Well, then I assume your mission was successful.
Beyond my expectations. I have here a transfer of title to Fort West Point to be effective on the 26th. And here are the plans of the disposition of General Scott's forces.
Well, may I see those, sir?
Oh, I'm afraid not. The information will be confidential until Sir Henry Clinton gives his approval.
But,
I have no doubt that you will see them soon enough.
Yes, sir. Are you sure General Scott can be trusted to carry out his end of the bargain?
The handwriting is his warranty. And if he fails, I'll see the plans fall into the proper hands, and he'll be hanged for treason.
Yes, of course. Well, if you'll excuse me, Major, I'll try and get some sleep.
A capital idea. Beautiful night, Captain.
Yes, indeed it is.
There'll be no cooking fires tomorrow morning, Captain. The men will breakfast on the boat.
Yes, sir. Good night, Major.
Good night, Captain.
What goes on out here?
Captain, over here!
Guard!
Keep going, Daniel. I'll try to hold them off until you reach the horses.
I'd never make it.
Judging from the sound of things, they didn't wait. Come on. all right?
Yeah. Well, the reinforcements arrived in time.
Captain, you went and did it, didn't you? Ain't he a prize?
I don't think they'll come at us anymore. When they find him gone, they might change their mind. Let's get out of here.
Gentlemen, it looks like you're going to have to carry Mr. Anderson.
Let me in. I have no time to be announced. General, I tried to keep him out.
It's all right, Oliver. Let him in.
Yes.
No, Roby, will you please explain this unwarranted intrusion? You were told never to come here.
Your pardon, sir, but this couldn't wait. They know.
Who knows what?
The Rangers, sir. They found out about you. They've gone after Mr. Anderson.
Oh, confound it, man. That's impossible. I made sure they were all restricted to the post.
Then some of them escaped. They came to the tavern just as I was closing and held me prisoner. I just now broke free of them.
I'll wager Boone was with them.
A big man with an Indian friend.
That's the one. I should have had him put in irons. There's an irony, Roby. All my months of careful planning thwarted by an unschooled farmer in a coonskin cap. There's little chance they could capture Andre. He has a sizable escort of British troops. And without him, there's no proof. And I can have those Rangers up before a firing squad tomorrow. On the other hand, it's best to be prepared. It's possible they'll try to contact Washington. Oliver!
Yes, General?
See that a boat's put in the water and pack what personal belongings it can carry. There'll be a British frigate dropping anchor off Point Teller sometime after midnight. We'll board under a white flag.
Tonight, sir?
Within the hour. And Oliver, dismiss the guards.
Yes, sir.
General?
Yes, Roby.
I was wondering what's to become of me. I dare not return to my tavern. My coming here to warn you proves my guilt.
Unfortunately, Roby, that can be a consequence when you start to dabble in intrigue.
But you could take me with you.
That was not part of our bargain. And I doubt if the British could find any use for your peculiar talents.
Then I'll take my money on a horse. The Rangers borrowed mine.
Money, Roby? What money? That's the penalty for failure. It seems that none of us will benefit financially. You're welcome to the horse.
But you promised me £1,000.
Contingent upon my being paid. I'm a poor man, Roby. Undoubtedly as destitute as you are.
But you were paid £5,000 this very night by Major Andre.
You were eavesdropping.
A man must look after his own interest. I'll take the £1,000, or I'll see to it that you do not board that British ship.
You're quite right, Roby. You deserve your pay.
Dead? Dead drunk. More probably drugged. Seems we underestimated Mr. Roby.
This is an outrage, sir. I am a civilian, traveling with written permission from General Scott. I demand that he be notified of this.
You can depend on that. You stay here, Mango. I'm going to go after the general. I don't want to lose him now. Roby, who did this to you?
General.
Where is he now?
Boat. British. Waiting.
Cast off, Oliver. I'm afraid our time is growing short.
Oliver, look.
So you found these in Major Andre's boot? Documents selling the nation. The handwriting matches that on Major Andre's pass. Signed by the general. As if we needed any further proof. Daniel, this has been a most important evening.
I reckon so. But somehow I don't find much satisfaction in it.
I think I understand. Treason has a bitter taste about it.
It's a pity Roby's no longer alive. He made a most superior hot rum punch.
I consider that remark in rather poor taste, General.
Fortunes of war. Eat and drink. For tomorrow we die. Your health, Major.
I hate to break up this free liquor party, but we've got to get back to the fort. Somebody's got to take the news to General Washington.
Captain, you reckon they're going to let us back in?
Oh, I think so, considering we have the general with us.
Captain, you do me one little favor. When we go back in, put a gag on the general. He's liable to order them troops to shoot at us.
You think I couldn't be trusted to hear them talk, implying that I'd stoop to treachery?
Are you ready, General?
I'm ready, Mr. Boone.
El coronel, the Americano, General Wilkerson. He is here.
Well, he's no longer a general. Show him in, huh?
Yes, sir.
Will you join me in a glass of wine?
Thank you.
Salute. To the success of our mission.
What mission?
General de Cordova tells me you have a plan. I am most anxious to know what it is.
I was to discuss that with General de Cordova.
Oh, he's in New Orleans attending to other matters. I am in command here. Colonel Navarro at your service.
In 5 days, dawn of the 16th, the Virginia militia plans to march on Kentucky.
And Kentucky?
They'll be waiting.
I realize you were once considered a military genius, senor, but you are still only one man. How do you intend accomplishing this?
As you said, Colonel, I'm a genius. One with influence. Governor Miles of Virginia is an old and trusted friend. It was on his recommendation President Washington promoted me to the rank of general.
Oh, but now you are no longer a general.
No. No longer. In the morning, I plan to leave for Richmond.
There I'll convince the governor the Kentucky militia led by Daniel Boone plans to attack Virginia. You Spaniards will have your revolution, and I will have what was promised me. Boonesboro.
Well, it takes two to make a revolution, senor.
Kentucky will fight.
And Daniel Boone, how will you handle him?
Boone. He'll be the trigger.
General,
Governor, I realize it's difficult to believe. But it's equally difficult for me to say it. Boone and I are friends. But the truth is, he's land hungry. He controls Kentucky. But like most hungry men, he wants more. He wants Virginia.
You say he's been planning this attack for some time. How can you be sure of that?
I've been at Boonesboro, sir. Boone's militia is armed and ready to march, sir. Any day, sir, he'll attack. Without warning, without mercy. He'll take your land, your homes, and make it part of his own personal empire. Kentucky.
General, you're a Kentuckian.
Well, that's true. And I have holdings there. But unlike Boone, I have no wish to see conflict between the states.
Nor do any of us. We're too young a nation to survive the splitting of the Union. Boone is a friend of yours.
He has been for a long time, sir.
Yes, well then, couldn't you go to him, talk to him, convince him that this plan of his can only lead to disaster?
Well, I could try, sir. There was a time I could talk to him. No, I'm not so sure. People do change.
Yes. Are you fearful of your own safety, General?
Oh, no, sir. Well, if something should happen to me... Governor, if I should not return by the first light of the 16th...
And if need be, we'll march on Boonesboro.
Yes, sir.
General. It's been a spell.
How long, Dad?
I don't remember exact dates, but the last time the Shawnee were just about to have you for breakfast.
Then you showed up. Now, how could I have forgotten that? You know, it's a safe bet the Shawnee haven't.
Your message sounded urgent.
Dad, the Spanish want Kentucky.
Well, they have for a long time. So far, we've managed to discourage them.
This time they've got help. Virginia.
Virginia?
Mm-hmm. Dad, there's going to be a war between Kentucky and Virginia. And when the smoke clears, the Spanish are just going to walk over the dead bodies from both sides and take over.
Just like that.
Well, they seize control of Kentucky. They have control of the Mississippi. And they can stop the spread of the settlers west. That's you, Dad. Now, I was to see that war is a reality. Virginia will fight.
What'll make Kentucky fight?
Your murder by the Virginians.
Why?
Call it ambition.
Treason might be a better word for it.
boats and open up.
General Wilkerson. He's hurt.
Daniel Boone is dead. I should never have brought Dan into it.
No, it couldn't be helped. Kentucky was at stake. Daniel Boone was Kentucky.
Well, all he wanted was to discuss peace, to prevent a war. But they never gave him a chance. They just opened fire. And then Dan, he fell. And then I...
Best have that wound looked after, General.
There's time for that. But there's no time for Kentucky.
We best prepare for an attack. Bring in the homesteaders, barricade the walls. Come on, let's do it now.
No! You hide behind these walls, and Virginia has more than half won. The only way to save Boonesboro and Kentucky is to hit the enemy before he hits you, and hit them hard. Daniel Boone died for you. Don't let his death be a waste. You owe him the survival of Kentucky.
He's right.
Yeah.
But, General, how do we...
Well, form a militia. Any man, every man that can fire a rifle. Here, let me show you.
Yeah.
Now, the Virginia militia will come either by road or river. Now, you split up your force. Oh, this is the main road. Set up your line of defense here. And the rest of you, take up positions at the river here. If the Virginians take the road, those at the river can quickly reinforce the others. If the Virginians should advance by the river, we'll hit them with the entire force there. You give them everything you've got. Save Kentucky at all costs. You'll need leadership. I offer you mine.
No, you've done enough already, General. Kentucky's not your responsibility, it's ours. That's right. You rest. Now, you heard what the General said. Come on, let's get moving.
Why, can't bring your gun, Pop.
Daniel's wife.
I'll tell Rebecca. Kentucky will engage Virginia here, at the main road. Now, you tell the colonel to employ his troops here and here. Now, after Kentucky and Virginia have their war, he can cut the survivors down to the crossfire, and Kentucky will be his. Correction. Ours. Now, you tell the colonel he has my word.
Be sure that your word is good, senor.
You doubt my word, Lieutenant? Now, ride. Too bad, Boone. It was a valiant effort. Well, you have me, but you've lost the battle.
Not yet. We're going to stop that war.
Eavesdropping. What some people won't stoop to in times of emergency.
Take off that shot pouch. And while you're at it, toss me your canteen. Take off your belt.
Or you're going to tie my hands.
Shut up and do as I say.
As you wish, Daniel. A lesson in military strategy. Never let the enemy slow you down. Shoot him first. I would if our positions were reversed.
You already have. Now turn around, get down on your knees, and hold your hands up.
You haven't a chance, Daniel. Colonel Navarro was camped just over those hills. The only chance you have is on your own.
I can stop Kentucky, but I need you to stop Virginia. Now get down on your knees.
I see. Show that the bait is false and the fish won't bite. You have intelligence, Daniel, and courage. But I think I can match them. Should be an interesting contest. However, if there's one thing I learned being a soldier, it pays to be in the superior position. I'm bound, but you're wounded. You're being pursued by an army. I'm not. You have 2 days. I'm in no hurry. My plan is near completion. Yours is just beginning. You know, winning a contest is what makes it worthwhile. You're gonna lose this one. You first.
Sit down.
If I don't stop you, blood poisoning will. You want me to take that bullet out?
Your concern is very touching, General. You always doctor up a man after you shoot him? you even swallow loud, I'm going to turn that shifty mind of yours into fish bait.
How about a drink?
Not till we need one. Stay where you are.
Lost a lot of blood. We should have gone to Boonesboro first and had that bullet taken out. And then rested up a bit.
You know, you're acting like this is just a stroll through the woods, Wilkerson. But I know different. If this plan of yours works, maybe you'll be rich. Maybe some Spanish history book will say you're a great man someday. But if it fails, both sides will end up hunting you, and you're going to be dead. And you'll have dirtied up your name. Those are high stakes for any gambling man. You could have been anything you wanted. Maybe even president. Why? Why are you selling out both yourself and your country?
I was in the Army a long time, Dad. You can't spend medals or prestige. Land. Land is what war is all about. I fought in many battles over a lot of that land. It was soaked with soldiers' blood. But who got it? The opportunists, the politicians, the grabbers, those who watched men die and then took. Did the men who fought get any? No. The vultures who followed. They took the lion's share. The real victors. To them went the spoils. The land. The wealth. See, Dad, it's quite simple. Just create a war and then sit back like a vulture.
How can you be so sure of the Spanish? How do you know you won't be the last vulture in line picking on a clean carcass? Maybe your plans are not as complete as you figured.
You underestimate me, Dan. They need me, and the information I possess to maintain their position. I was a general, you know.
You're the one who needs reminded. Right now, I'm taking you back to the governor of Virginia.
Well, if you want that responsibility, you just go ahead and take it. Just another burden on your shoulders, Dan. I won't try to escape, Dan. I won't. I made one mistake by letting you live. I intend to correct that mistake by seeing you dead. Bonsoir. That's one reason you won't make it, Boone. You're too much of a gentleman, letting your prisoner have the first drink. Look at that sun. It'll beat you like a whip. Wounded, no water. That sun, you'll dry up like a bone.
A bullet. Saying that shoulder could even things up.
With one difference. You'll still have the gun. You'll need it. Get up. I know where we can get us some mortar, Boone. They picked up our trail. Give it up, Daniel.
Are you going to get up?
Go on. Shoot, Dan. If you want the Spanish soldiers to come run it.
Remember, you're in this for profit, not glory, General. If I pull this trigger, you're going to be dead.
And so will Kentucky.
¡Alto! ¡Alto! ¡Depresa! ¡Huí un tiro!
You're insane, Dad.
We still got a war to stop. This won't bring the soldiers down. Let's not move.
Mira. Son acá.
Rest.
I could take that bullet out. Otherwise, blood poisoning will kill you before I do.
All right. Come take it out.
You know, it's only a few inches from that bullet to your heart.
It's only an inch from this barrel to your brain.
There will be pain. You might lose consciousness.
There's too much pain. My finger might jerk. So you use your own judgment.
Here it is.
Patch it. Hold on.
What are you looking for?
I remember a creek. Runs through here someplace.
Water? There's your drink. A mouthful of dust. If you don't get some water soon, you're not gonna last another day.
We'll rest a spell.
Say, Dan, remember the time we went hunting together up in Tennessee? That was a hot day. We found that creek.
The water was cool, like a spring rain. And we slept under the shade of that big elm tree. That tree must have been over 1,000 years old. I wonder if it's still standing there. Sleeping under that elm. Pretty big tree. Well, even the strong have to fall sometime. You're just like that old elm. The only way to bring it down is with an axe. Why don't you quit, Dan? Go down. It's only a couple of feet to the ground.
If I go that far, I might as well go 6 feet under.
You're a fool. You're a fool.
Once you told me to quit. Now I'm telling you to stay down.
Well, Colonel, glad you could make it. Have you got any water for me?
Oh, yes. I have plenty of water.
See what I mean about being in a superior position, Boone?
Your position just now was rather unfavorable, General. For a general, you seem incapable of disposing of one mere backwoodsman. I see why you retired from the Army, General, to make room for the more competent.
Well, Virginia will attack Kentucky. And that's the important thing, Colonel.
Oh, yes. Thanks to your talent for deceit.
Make your point.
The point is, it is time for your complete retirement. Your services are no longer required.
Wait.
Seems those rifles are not just pointed at me, General.
You will both receive food and water. And you will be shot at dawn.
After you take Kentucky, Colonel, how do you plan on holding it?
Without the aid of a traitor. Tomorrow at dawn, the Virginia militia will march on Boonesboro. Soon Kentucky and Virginia will be at war. I wish you could witness it.
I have another engagement. Remember, Colonel?
Ah, yes, of course. The firing squad. See you at dawn, General.
Mind if I smoke?
For a man that's about to face a firing squad, you're mighty calm.
Well, I took a gamble. I lost. I was a victim of greed and betrayal.
Speaking of carcasses picked clean, something else dragged its kill in here.
Just like Navarro.
For a gambling man, you throw your hand in mighty easy. I'm gonna do a little gambling myself.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna gamble that you're as hungry to live as you were to line your pockets.
We have to survive to profit, Daniel.
Evening.
I have a feeling we're about to form an alliance.
Of a sort. You may not like the terms.
Well, I don't like Navarro's.
You're gonna help me stop your war.
Why?
Because it's your only chance to stay alive.
Well, even if we escape, what's going to keep me from leaving you and going my own way?
Now, for one thing, there's Navarro. There's the militias of Virginia and Kentucky, not to mention me. For a man who wanted lots of land, you're going to be lucky to have enough to cast a shadow.
Yeah. What have you got in mind? That? Against rifles?
2 rifles. It's better than facing 10 of them in the morning. Now, they're 2 sentries. I figure if one of us can jump out there and attract their attention, the other can get them with this.
It's a rather primitive idea, but what happens to the fellow who leaps out there?
It depends on the fellow who's in here.
Mm-hmm. Good luck, Daniel.
I sort of figured on you being out there.
Now, you just remember, Daniel, you've got more to lose to the Spanish than your life. There are 2 sentries out there. They're both armed. Now, if we're going to get out of here, you have to depend on me. Make it before dawn.
We better, for your sake.
Yes?
Governor, the militia is ready.
Any news yet of General Wilkerson?
No, sir.
Tell them to prepare to march.
Like cubs at the mercy of eagles. Lancers?
Militarily speaking, ours is a very awkward position.
Use your rifles.
No, Dan. Seems the only way the colonel can feel like a general is if he kills one.
You're no good to me dead.
I don't intend to die.
Those are strange words for a man in your position.
I'm a general. I'll accept your surrender now, Colonel. Always the gentleman. You'll never learn.
I reckon not.
I'm sorry, Dan. This is where I break our alliance. If I go to Richmond, I'll end up in front of a firing squad.
You'd better get a good head start. If just one man dies on either side, I'm going to come looking for you. And I won't stop until I find you.
Bye, Dan.
What is this? Governor, have you ordered your militia to march yet? You've got to stop them.
I already have.
Hello, Daniel.
He told me everything. I had no choice but to place him under military arrest.
Why?
Call it a sudden attack of integrity.
Courage might be a better word for it.
General, I'm sorry. I left you no other choice. Goodbye, Governor.
Goodbye, sir.
I wonder if I'll make it to my court-martial.
Sir.
That answer your question?
He's saluting the general. The firing squad will deal with the traitor. Dan.
What an imposition making you come here all the way to see me. Again, let me say I don't know any way of thanking you, Mr. President.
Oh, please, Anthony, let's omit the formalities. We've known each other far too long for that. I'm only sorry that I didn't bring you better news.
I can't believe that Congress has again denied my claim.
Completely. I won't say that it's just or unjust. I did my best, but my influence is necessarily limited. I can understand your bitter disappointment at losing your title to the land, and the only hope that I can offer you is that you might appeal again at some future date.
A rather fragile hope.
I'm afraid so. Well, I really must be leaving. I'm due in Washington next week to dedicate the White House in our nation's newly chosen capital.
Well, thank you again for coming to see me, John. I should have come to see you, but with this leg...
Oh, please don't apologize. Quite frankly, I've enjoyed the temporary respite from my responsibilities and position. I get no time for any personal affairs. Well, good night, Anthony. It's been a real pleasure seeing an old friend again.
Good night, Mr. President.
A most impressive title, isn't it?
You have your carriage, of course.
Oh, yes. It goes with the office, along with a retinue of guards. Though tonight I have managed to elude them. If you're able to travel, why don't you come to Washington next week? Well, anyway, good night. Good night.
Can I get a coach for you, sir?
No, I believe my carriage is waiting for me. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
right, Gideon?
Very pleased to meet you.
Hello, Mr. Boone.
Nancy and her father are old friends of mine. I guess I should say employers. I worked for them a long time ago.
Would you like some coffee in the dining room? It's been such a long time since we've talked.
I'd be delighted. You don't mind?
No, I don't mind. I'd kind of like to get out from this stock. I feel kind of like I'm being hanged.
I won't be long.
Good evening, Mr. Boone.
How did you get in here?
An influential resident of the hotel, Mr. Bedlow, made the arrangements. He suggested that I contact you.
Mr. Bedlow?
You know him then?
Is he a daughter by the name of Nancy?
Your wife's friend. A convenient circumstance. We thought it wise that Mrs. Boone should not be present when I talked with you.
It's just possible that she may have a different opinion on the subject. Who are you, anyway, and what do you want of me?
My name is Abigail Adams. John Adams' wife.
President?
Yes, Mr. Boone. I've often heard my husband speak of you.
We've been friends for a long time.
I'm depending on that friendship. Because right now, both John and I need your help desperately.
I consider that quite an honor, Mrs. Adams, but what can I do to help a president?
You can do a great deal, Mr. Boone. But first, I must have your word that what I'm about to tell you will not be repeated. Not even to your wife.
It's asking quite a lot. I don't like to keep secrets from her.
I'm sure you don't. And I don't like asking you. But being a woman, I have little faith in their ability to keep a secret. So, unless I have your promise, I'll have to go to someone else for help. And frankly, I don't know where to go. And there's so little time.
Well, in that case, I reckon you can have my promise.
Thank you. There are several things that need explaining. This bag contains $100,000. It's ransom money, and you have been selected to deliver it. You see, the president has been abducted.
Knowing how much you love the plantation, I didn't think you'd ever leave.
The plantation is gone, Rebecca.
Gone?
It seems that our title to the land was somewhat faulty. Or at least that was the government's decision. We haven't lived there since the war.
How dreadful.
I can't tell you how much I miss the country, the hunting and the horseback rides. I suppose I wasn't meant to be a city dweller.
I'm so sorry. Just wish there was something I could say or do.
Dear Becky, you've always been so understanding and so loyal.
Isn't there some way you can appeal the judgment? Your father's always been an influential man.
Oh, he's tried, Becky, so many times, but always the same answer. I feel so sorry for him, having everything he's ever worked for taken away from him.
He's here with you, of course.
We have a suite here. It's the only home we have now. Oh, I would have asked you up there, but my father's been quite ill. A horse fell on him, and he broke his hip and leg.
I would like to see him, perhaps before we leave.
How long are you staying?
Well, that's doubtful. Dan's been engaged to guide a survey party to the Illinois. If he'd had his way, would have left this afternoon.
I take it he doesn't care for the city.
Well, he thinks civilization is uncivilized. Thanks for the coffee. It was kind of you to ask me.
Please don't go, Rebecca. It's been such a long time since I've had anyone to talk to.
I hope you can understand the necessity of keeping this a secret. The country is still young and in some ways insecure. There is still a strong Tory element which would welcome this catastrophe as an opportunity to create unrest and possibly usurp authority.
Well, it could be that they're the ones who kidnapped him.
Well, that's rather doubtful. John disappeared 2 days ago. If this had been a political move, the news of his absence would have been made public before this.
How many people know that he's gone?
The Vice President, Mr. Bedloe, yourself, and me.
Why Mr. Bedloe?
John had gone to visit him the night he disappeared. A personal matter. They've been close friends for I don't know how many years.
How long do you think you can keep this quiet?
Not for very long. The president is due in Washington next week to dedicate the White House in our new capital. His absence at the ceremony would be difficult to explain.
I don't like to keep on asking questions, but why did you choose me? Why isn't someone else already, honey?
I was warned not to notify the authorities or harm might come to the president. And you were chosen because I need someone I can trust. John has talked about you and your exploits endlessly. I want him home, Mr. Boone. I think you can see he gets here safely.
There's no way I can guarantee that.
I know that. I'm not asking the impossible. I ask only that you try.
Now, where do I deliver the money? And who do I give it to?
I copied the instructions exactly as they were given to me.
Take the southbound stage at 6 o'clock Thursday morning. Someone will contact the carrier of the ransom money along the way. The safety of the captive as well as the carrier depends on the strictest secrecy. How will I recognize who the contact party is? Or more important, how will he know me?
The money satchel. It was left along with a demand for ransom. Carry it carefully.
If I'm carrying $100,000, ma'am, you can rest assured I'll carry it carefully.
Perhaps carefully was the wrong word. I should have said conspicuously.
Well, I can be that, too. Being taller than most, I seem to stand out in the crowd.
Mr. Boone, I don't know how to thank you, both for myself and for the nation.
You don't have to thank me. I just hope it turns out all right. And I hope I can explain it to my wife.
I'm afraid you'll have to leave that to your own discretion. Good night. And Godspeed.
Who is it?
Your wife.
Why'd you bother to knock? It was open.
Well, I thought perhaps you had another guest, and I didn't want to disturb you.
Another guest?
That was a woman I saw leaving here, Dan, now wasn't it?
Now that you mention it, I guess it was.
What was she doing here?
I don't suppose you'd believe me if I said she got in the wrong room by mistake.
Nope.
Can't blame me for that.
Who is she, and what did she want?
Just an old friend that dropped by to say hello.
Is that the best you can do?
Right at the moment, it is.
Well, it was plain that she didn't want to be recognized. Why don't you start telling me the truth?
Becky, I can't.
Then why are we packing? Are we leaving?
You aren't. I am.
Going where?
Well, I don't know. And I'll admit I'd feel better if I did know.
Is that woman going with you?
No?
But she's the reason for your going.
In a manner of speaking.
You're in some sort of trouble.
Well, not yet, but there's a very good chance that I will be before I'm finished.
That I'm going with you.
Becky, you can't. I can't tell you why, but this is one trip I've got to make alone, and that's all I can tell you right now. You're going to have to stay here at the hotel and visit your friend until I get back.
You relax. I'll finish packing. Never seen a man yet who could do it properly.
Are you planning to travel with me?
Well, I don't know. That depends on what direction you're going.
I'm going to Baltimore.
I guess that's south.
I guess it is.
I reckon I'll be traveling with you.
Oh, good. I'll put your baggage in the boot.
Thank you.
How about that other bag you got?
No, thank you. If you don't mind, I'll hang on to this
Well,
one.
you suit yourself.
Unless you have some special interest in it.
Oh, what interest would I have in that? Who do you think I am? I'm an honest man. I'm not a thief.
Now, don't get yourself all worked up. I just thought you might be the man I was looking for, or the man who's looking for me.
Mister, just how far do you intend to travel?
I don't know.
Well, in that event, you're going to have a bit of a problem paying for your fare now, ain't you?
Now, if that's what's worrying you, I'll pay my fare to Baltimore, and if I don't go that far, you can keep the change and buy yourself a drink. How's that fair?
Yeah. That's fair. I guess you would say that's fair.
Father,
Yes, Nancy.
Mr. Boone is getting on the stage.
I was quite sure he would. That's why I chose him. Mr. Boone is a man of great loyalty, willing to sacrifice his time and, for all he knows, jeopardize his life. All for a rather intangible thing called patriotism. Loyalty is a most admirable quality.
What has become of yours?
I found out it had no commercial value.
Then you still insist on going through with this crime?
The government deprived me of my land through what they chose to call a technicality. They also refused to compensate me for my loss. And so I'm forced to extract payment by the only means at my command.
But President Adams is your friend.
Child, I promise you no harm will come to John. It's a temporary inconvenience to him and a source of concern, I suppose, to Mrs. Adams, but those things are soon forgotten.
And Mr. Boone?
Same thing. He doesn't know me, and I don't intend to give him any clue to my identity, so why should I harm him?
From what I've heard of him, he may harm you.
No, not where the life of the president is still at stake. Besides, Pike and Gideon will be there. They won't see me hurt.
And then what happens to them? They could be hanged or shot. Is that any way to repay their loyalty?
I've taken care of that. Tomorrow, it'll all be over. Remember, Pike and Gideon are bonded men. Tomorrow, they'll be free and wealthy and on their way to wherever both of them want to go.
Oh, Father.
Now, please don't cry. I know you're no more happy living here than I am. You would like to go back to the plantation, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes.
And dry your tears. Because that's where we're going to go.
Good morning, Mrs. Boone. What can I do for you?
Would you see that my luggage is brought down? I'll be back for it shortly.
You're leaving?
Yes.
But Mr. Boone told me distinctly
That we would be staying. But he forgot to mention that I'd be spending the weekend with some friends in the country. I'll be gone 2 days at the most, and we'll be keeping the suite.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Oh, I almost forgot. I will be needing a carriage.
I'll see to it, Mrs. Boone.
I'll need it for 2 days at least.
Oh, that can be arranged.
There's just one more thing.
Yes.
Can you tell me where I might buy a gun? It's a surprise gift for my husband. He's quite fond of guns.
Across the street, next to Helford's Tea Garden, madam.
Thank you. I believe I'll take this one. Would you load it for me?
May I make a suggestion, ma'am?
Of course.
It may cost me a sale, but I have to say that this is not a gun I'd recommend for ladies.
Why not?
Well, kind of bulky to begin with. It's real big caliber.
I know.
And if you aim to carry this around all primed and charged, somebody's apt to get shot.
That's quite possible.
Yes, ma'am. Now, if you'll just hand it back, I'll give you some instruction in the firing of it.
In here?
I use that as a target range. You see that small clay ball? We use that as a target.
I'll be needing some powder and shot.
Yes, ma'am. I just hope you ain't real mad at anybody, ma'am.
Now, that's not the way I understood it. I was told you was just going to make a weekend visit. Now, you tell me we might have to go to Baltimore or even farther.
Does it make that much difference? I assure you I can pay. All I want to do is overtake the southbound stage.
You say your husband's on it?
Yes.
But he didn't tell you where he was heading?
No.
Well, lady, I can understand your concern, but I don't make any guarantees. Now, that southbound stage has got a good 2-hour head start. I doubt if we can catch it on the road.
Mr. Gurney, it has to stop sometime, doesn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Lays over for the night at Dobbs Ferry.
Good, then we'll be sure to catch it there.
But that could turn out to be expensive. Now, you could wait here and catch tomorrow's stage.
And be a full day behind? Now, I've already told you I can pay.
All right. You can pay. I guess I can drive. I'd just like to ask one question, though, to put my mind at ease.
What is it?
Are you aiming to do anything drastic after we catch him?
It all depends.
All depends. I ain't sure that puts my mind at ease or not.
Gideon? Yeah? Stages come.
Have you got the fresh team ready?
Yeah, they're ready.
Well, then you bring them around.
Why do I always have
Pike. I'll see you at the passengers. Go ahead.
We'll be here 5, 10 minutes changing the teams in case you'd like to stretch your legs.
Good idea. You know, driver, I'd be willing to bet you that you didn't miss a single bump between Philadelphia and here.
Well, I'm just selling transportation. I ain't selling comfort.
I can vouch for that.
I see you're still holding on to the satchel.
Yeah, I've grown quite attached to it.
Yeah, I noticed that. By the way you guarded it, you think it was full of money.
I can see how you might think so.
It ain't, is it?
Ain't what?
Filled with money?
The wildest idea I ever heard of.
Mister, from what I've seen of you, there's nothing I could think of that could be too wild and still not possible. Hey, you. Sir? You're new here, ain't you?
Yes, sir. The fresh team will be ready soon.
Good. Sir?
Yes?
Would you mind telling me your name?
No, I don't mind. Daniel Boone. Why?
Because I think I'm the man you're looking for.
What makes you think that?
Because you're carrying that bag.
You mean this bag?
It's the one. I was told to look out for it. Now, if you'll just come along inside.
There's no need of going in there and making yourself comfortable, mister. We'll be leaving any minute now.
Well, now you just go on and have yourself a nice trip. I'm staying.
You mean you're going to stay here?
Yeah, I sort of take a liking to the place.
Mr. Boone, can I get you something? A drink or some food?
Not just now. I want to talk to you.
All right. Well, what do you want to talk about?
About you and Pike. Do you know what you've got yourself mixed into?
Not rightly. All I know is we stole a man.
Why did you steal him?
Because the colonel told us to.
Colonel? Colonel who?
If he wants you to know, he'll tell you himself.
That's not very likely.
No, I don't reckon it is.
Do you know what you call it when you steal a man?
Call it kidnapping. And they hang you if they catch you at it. But the colonel's promised that no harm will come to me and Pike.
Do you believe that?
Colonel's never lied to me, sir.
How long have you known your colonel?
Ever since I come to this country. He, Pike, and me were bonded to him. He used to work on that plantation.
This plantation? Where was that?
I don't think I better tell you that. Maybe I told too much already.
There's one thing you can tell me, Gideon. The real reason you stole this man.
He was fixing to do the colonel harm.
No, Gideon. This is why you stole it.
Looks like a powerful lot of money.
It is a powerful lot of money. Maybe enough to turn an honest man into a dishonest one. This man you stole, do you know where he is?
Yeah, I know.
Is he all right?
Yes, he's comfortable and warm, and he's had food.
Gideon, I don't want to see you and Pike hanged because you're not entirely responsible. If you'll tell me where this man is, I promise you I'll do everything in my power to help you.
That's thoughtful of you, Mr. Boone. But the Colonel's promised us the kind of help you can't offer. Got a piece of paper saying Pike and me are no longer bonded to him.
I think I'll have that drink after all.
Driver! Driver!
Something the trouble, lady?
Is that a roadhouse down there?
It was.
We'll stop there.
Lady, it's been closed for years. It ain't nothing but a relay station now. Man'd be out of his mind to get off there.
You don't know my husband.
No, ma'am, I don't. I ain't sure I want to. Knowing just one in a family like that's gotta be enough. Get up.
Get in? Yeah. There's a carriage coming. Looks like it aims to stop her. You figure that could be the Colonel?
No. Colonel said he wouldn't be here till after dark.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to get rid of them, Pike. Now, you tell him there's nothing here, all right? There's no food and no drink. Nobody. Except you and me. Right? Mr. Boone, I have to ask you to stay out of sight.
You don't even have to ask. I'm not about to bother anyone until I do what I came here to do.
Afternoon, sir.
Southbound stage stop here today.
Yes, sir, it always stops. Change horses here.
And did any passengers stop here?
No, nobody ever stops here. There just ain't nothing to stop here for, except me and the horses.
Thanks.
Nobody stopped here, lady. Like I said, we're wasting time.
We'll go on to Dobbs Ferry.
Yes, sir.
Boone. I hope you're not having any thoughts about trying to run away from me.
Well, if I did try, do you think you could hit me?
I've got this old musket charged pretty heavy. When she hits you, it makes quite a hole.
I believe you. I'm not running, Gideon, so you can put that gun away.
I didn't like to point at you, Mr. Boone, but I've got orders not to let you leave.
Yeah, it's going to be dark before long.
You anxious for the Colonel to show up?
Well, the sooner he gets here, the sooner I can leave.
They didn't say what time, just after dark, so I don't reckon it'll be too late. Pike's got supper ready if you're hungry.
I'm always hungry.
Dobbs Ferry, lady. Where do you want the luggage?
I'm not quite sure yet. Do you know where the stagecoach stops?
Right here at this tavern.
I don't see it anywhere.
Lady, even horses gotta rest and eat. They're likely run back. If it's all right with you, I'm going on in and have myself a drink.
You go right ahead.
Gentlemen, it's been a long, rough day.
Ale. About a yard of it.
I'm sorry, lady, but I got a rule against serving drinks to females.
Don't apologize. I'm opposed to it myself.
What are you doing in here?
I thought maybe you could tell me if the stage from Philadelphia had arrived.
Yeah, about an hour ago.
Did any passengers get off?
I don't know, lady. You might ask him. He was driving it.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, everything is going to be all right.
Beg your pardon. Are you the driver of the stage from Philadelphia?
I am.
Did you pick up a passenger this morning at the Adelphia Hotel?
Yes, I did.
Was he rather large?
Lady, I've driven horses that were smaller than him.
That must be my husband. Could you possibly tell me where he's lodging here?
He's not lodging here, lady. He got off at the relay station a way back.
The relay station?
Yep. Had his fare paid all the way to Baltimore, too. I'm drinking up the difference.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. And, lady, if I were you, I'd let him go.
Mr. Gurney.
What is it now?
You told me that no passengers got off back at that relay station.
That's what I was told.
Well, you were told wrong. My husband got off back there.
It just goes to show you can't trust people. It's a little late to do anything about it now.
It certainly is not. I have to go back there immediately.
And you want me to drive you?
Of course. I hired you, didn't I?
Lady, my horses are tired. I'm tired.
I can appreciate how tired you are, Mr. Gurney. But that's no excuse for not living up to your obligations.
Will it be all right if I take time to drink my drink?
It's been dark for quite a spell now.
It'll still be dark for quite a spell longer.
Did it ever occur to either of you that your trusted colonel may have gotten scared off, left you behind to take the punishment that should be his?
He never mentioned any punishment.
No, I don't suppose he did. This prisoner of yours, you say he's comfortable and has food?
That's true. Colonel said he wasn't to be hurt or to go hungry.
Well, I've been here for quite a while now. I suppose he might be getting hungry again soon.
Well, Pike's already fed him.
Then he can't be very far away from here. Pike's been here most all of the time.
I never said he was very far. And it's best you stop thinking thoughts like that.
Thoughts like what?
Like you might find this man and get out of here before the colonel comes. You see, you don't know where he is. One of us could harm him while you'd still be looking. I don't think you want that.
Gideon, you're quite right. I wouldn't want that.
Yes'm.
How far are we from that relay station?
About a quarter of a mile.
Oh, good. We'll get out here then. You can rest the horses.
Lady, that's a long walk.
Nonsense. We can be there in 10 minutes at the most.
Why do you want to walk? Why can't we just drive up like anybody else?
Oh, there's something going on I don't quite understand. So I prefer no one know we're coming.
Not we. You.
You mean you're not going with me?
I learned a long time ago not to be present when a husband and wife get into a fight.
Mr. Gurney, what makes you think we're going to fight?
Lady, you didn't travel all this way just to shake his hand. Now, you just go right on ahead, and I'll wait here. I might even get a little rest. It might just be worth it to see what happens. On the other hand, it's safer here.
Pike? You hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
That could be the colonel now. Go ahead, get on up there. And you just sit where you are, Mr. Boone. I don't reckon it'll be too long until we all get out of here.
You wouldn't mind pointing that thing a little to the left, would you?
There's no need to worry. It won't fire. Unless I have to touch the trigger.
Well, that's what worries me. You might turn out to be a very nervous man.
Good evening, sir.
I take it you must be the colonel.
You don't know me, sir. The chances are quite remote that we'll ever meet again, but just in case we should, I prefer we meet as strangers. So if you don't mind, I'd be obliged if you'd face the fire and make no effort to turn around and look at me.
I'm not interested in looking at you. All I care about is that a certain man gets home safely.
Well, you can be assured of that, sir. Like you, I'd hate to see him come to any harm. Now, if you just move toward the fire. Now, you may shift your gun, Gideon. I don't think the gentleman intends to give us any trouble.
You can depend on that. I know when I'm outnumbered.
I assume all the money's here.
I don't know. I didn't count it. That's what I started out with.
You're a very trusting man.
Under the circumstances, I don't believe the lady would shortchange me.
No, I don't think so either.
Now, how do I go about finding the merchandise I just bought?
I've written the instructions. You'll have no trouble finding him. There'll be a northbound coach coming through here in the morning. Meantime, you'll find food and blankets. I know you'll see to it that our friend arrives home safely.
I'll see to that.
You'll find this note tacked on to a tree half-mile down the road, merely as a safeguard against your being too curious.
It's curious enough to risk a man's life.
I shouldn't think so. Still, there's no harm in being a little cautious.
Just one more thing.
Yes, sir.
You said I don't know you. That's true. But I do know Gideon and Pike.
Why should you concern yourself about them?
I'd hate to see someone get hurt because of misplaced loyalty.
You know, I'd hate that, too. But you'll never find them. I've already taken care of that. Pike, get the horses. And now I'll bid you good night, sir.
Colonel! Get in here.
Becky.
Mr. Bedlow.
I'd hoped to avoid violence, Mr. Boone, but now I have no choice. This is a complication I could not foresee. Now that I'm known, we can't afford to have any witnesses. Gideon? Pike?
Colonel, aren't you forgetting something?
Not that I know of.
You said you'd bring some papers saying both Pike and me are free men. Did you bring them with you, sir?
Well, of course I did. I've never lied to you.
Then I'll take those papers, along with the bag of money.
Gideon!
Colonel! Mr. Boone here just said he hated to see anyone get hurt because of misplaced loyalty. Both Pike and I agree with him.
Gideon, I've taken a good deal of trouble to arrange passage for you on an English ship. Fortunately, neither you nor Pike knows where she's sailing to or where she's sailing from. So, don't threaten me, Gideon.
This is no threat, Colonel. You just said we can't have any witnesses. There are only 4 people know what Pike and I have done. You, Mr. Boone, that lady, and the man we got tied up in the cellar out and back. Now, I want you to give me the papers and the money. Now.
I hit him, Dad.
I'm glad you did.
Daniel, I don't know how to express my gratitude.
Well, Mr. President, you might ask Becky to that dedication ceremony. She likes social doing.
Dan, you shouldn't ask a thing like that.
I'd be honored if you'd be my guest. Good night.
Good night. Mr. President, about Miss Bedlow.
Oh, yes, she's a friend of yours, isn't she? Well, do all you can to help her, won't you? There'll be no charges brought against her.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Good night. Good night. Ah, Mr. Gurney, thank you for the ride back. We had quite an adventure tonight, didn't we?
This has been the darndest day. I start out with some female looking for her husband, and I end up shaking hands with the president. I'm almost afraid to tell my friends about it.
Well, it'll be worth a try.
No, they'd be sure to call me a liar. And I'd almost be inclined to agree with them.
There they are, upstream, on Indian land.
I don't think there's one of them critters on this whole darn river.
You're wrong, Harris. I've been scouting up there for almost a year.
Yeah, but the Cherokee ain't gonna let us just walk in on it.
That's what I'm getting at. They don't trap it, they don't go near it. They're just letting it lie fallow.
Maybe they don't trap it, but it's in the treaty plain and clear. Any land north of the axe marks on that tree is land they wanted for their own. It don't belong to us.
It's also plain and clear that we've got nothing but empty traps. Now, is there something in the treaty that gives the Cherokee the right to let the land lie fallow? Nobody lives on it, nobody goes near it. There has to be thousands of dollars worth of furs up there, just for the taking. All we have to do is walk upstream.
I don't know, Hiram. The Indians...
I told you nobody goes near it. And if you haven't the stomach for it, what about you, Harris?
Well, these empty traps ain't doing me much good. I'll go along.
Well, Anderson?
If Harris is gone, I reckon I'll go too.
Good. Well, come on. I'll show you where we'll make our sets.
Visit the stream of the Beaver. I will see these things you speak of for myself.
My father does not believe me. I tell you, the white man has broken the treaty with the Cherokee. He traps our land.
But I must see more than this. It's easy for one who wishes to make war to place these things in the stream and say that the white man has broken faith. But if what my son says is true, the white man will be punished. He will be driven forever from the land of the Cherokee.
Hi, Mr. Boone. Oh, Harvey.
Howdy, Cincinnatus.
Howdy, Daniel.
Looks like you're doing quite a business.
Yeah, everybody's looking, but nobody's buying. Now, what can I do for you?
Depends on what you got to sell. Do you know what day this is?
Yeah, it's Wednesday, ain't it?
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
It's also 23 October, ain't it?
October 23, Cincinnatus. Does that mean anything to you?
It means the winter's coming on, but why are you asking me all them questions?
Well, I figured you just might remember it as much as you were waiting with me in the next room when he was born.
When who was born?
Israel.
Israel's birthday. Now, how could I have ever forgot that?
Yeah, probably the same way I did, only you didn't have Becky to remind you.
Yeah, well, now, come here to buy him a present, huh? What do you got in mind?
Well, I don't know, Cincinnatus. What would you suggest?
I got some new shirts in. They're at the men's size. Probably wouldn't fit him. I got some new rifles in this morning.
I don't think Becky would like that.
Yeah, might be a little dangerous around the house. Well, I know what I was partial to when I was a young'un.
Since when did you start stalking pretty girls?
Oh, Daniel. Now, let me see. I've got just the thing for him. Yes, sir, it's been gathering dust back here long enough now. Truth is, I can't even remember when I bought them or
Thought I bought him 4. But I think Israel's gonna like him.
Rhymin'
Ain't they beauts? Yes, sir. He's really gonna like them.
Could be you bought it for Israel yourself.
Yeah. Well, now, how could I do that? I can't even remember the day he got born. But I'll tell you, they've been gathering dust all this time, and I'm gonna make you a special deal, Daniel. You take a look at that.
It's a real good catch for this early in the season.
Sometimes a man gets lucky. Cincinnatus, let's have 3 mugs and some of that good rum. I'm buying.
Yes, sir. Coming up.
Maybe you better make it 4 mugs. That is, if Mr. Boone would care to join us.
Some other time. How long you boys been out, Harris?
I don't know. Who keeps track of time out in the woods?
Well, they've been going 5, maybe 6 weeks. Yeah, they come in here and got outfitted before they left.
About right, Anderson?
I guess so. Unlike Harris, who keeps track of time.
Where'd you get the beaver?
Anderson, keep your mouth shut.
Well, is there any reason why I shouldn't answer?
Well, if you found a gold mine, would you tell everybody where it was?
Nope, but I figure a lot of people would be getting curious.
All right, you're curious. That's your privilege, but we don't have to answer any questions.
I figure you've already answered quite a few of my questions.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the last I heard, you 3 were laying out trap lines on the South Fork of the Little Grassy.
Anderson, why don't you and Harris go outside and take care of the mule? He hasn't been fed yet, and he's been carrying quite a load. Now, Mr. Boone, you were saying?
I was saying the last I heard of you 3, you were laying out trap lines on the South Fork of the Little Grassy.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, except these pelts didn't come from there.
What makes you think that?
I know that stream pretty well, and there just aren't that many beaver there.
We found that out. Cincinnatus, let's have another. Well, we trapped the South Fork for about a week and then moved on.
But you didn't move too far.
Now, Mr. Boone, how would you know that?
Because I know how long it takes to lay out maybe 20 miles of traps. And you have to run your lines, skin out your catch, providing the trapping's good. So I just don't think you've had time to travel far and still catch this many beaver.
Maybe I stole them.
I think you did.
Now, Daniel,
I think Mr. Manville understands me.
No, I don't think I do.
Then let me make it simple for you. There's a strip of land up on the Little Grassy that the Cherokee wouldn't part with when they sold the territory. They never hunt or fish on it at all.
Some tribal superstition?
It's no superstition. It's real good common sense. Come a real hard winter, it's their money in the bank. They draw on it to keep from starving.
Oh, no, that's very industrious of them. But what does that have to do with me?
Well, now, I'm coming to that. There's a stream that runs through that strip, and it's chock full of beaver. It's near where you've laid your trap line. And it's the only place near here where a man could catch that many beaver in so short a time.
And you're saying I trapped that stream?
That's right.
Mr. Boone, why don't you mind your business and I'll mind mine?
Well, in a way, this is my business. Because when I bought this land from the Cherokee, I gave my word on certain things. And I don't like being made a liar. So you 3 just stay away from the Little Grassy.
Cincinnatus, you count my pelts and credit me for them. I'll be back later for supplies.
Don't credit him with anything, Cincinnatus.
Why not?
Because those furs were stolen from the Cherokee.
Can you prove that?
I can, and when I do, the furs will be returned to them.
You sure ride a tall horse around here, don't you?
When I have to.
Someday, Mr. Boone, somebody's going to cut you down to size.
Well, now, that's been done, too. So if you think you can do it, you're welcome to try.
Daniel, are you certain you're right about this?
Well, if I'm wrong, I can apologize.
Well, I don't reckon this Manville fellow's gonna forget this.
I don't think I'll be forgetting him soon either. Well, I reckon I'll be heading for home.
Well, you tell Israel I'll be by and see him directly.
All right, get these furs back on the mule. We'll trade someplace else.
Keep your hands off those furs, and both of you get us.
Watch what you're doing!
Israel?
You know, Mom, somehow I don't feel like studying today.
Oh. Well, can you tell me what these add up to?
5 and 4. That makes 9 years old today.
That's right.
You mean I can stop studying now?
Well, maybe for just one day. Birthdays should be rather special. But I don't want you to make a habit of it.
Gee, thanks, Ma. You know, for an older person, sometimes you understand kids pretty good.
Oh, is that so?
Look what Pa's buying for me at the tavern.
What makes you think he's buying you anything?
I heard you and him talking last night.
Israel Boone, you were supposed to be asleep.
How could I? Knowing today was going to be my birthday.
Well, your father will be home soon. I'd better get the candles on your cake.
Can I have a piece now, Ma?
No, we'll wait till your father gets here.
Oh, please, just a little piece.
No, we'll wait for your father.
Did I hear somebody say they were waiting for me?
Pa! Did you bring me a present, Pa?
A present? For what?
My birthday.
You mean to tell me it's your birthday? I reckon I just plumb forgot all about it.
You did not. I heard you and Ma talking last night.
Israel, you stay put. I've got you half of the Continental Army. Attention! Whoop, 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 beep, whoop, beep, whoop.
Crime and endless. Look what I got, Ma.
Oh, Israel, aren't they beautiful?
Gee, thanks, Pa.
Why don't you take them outside and fight a war? And we'll cut your cake later.
All right, Ma.
Can I help you with that?
I got it.
You've got it?
Thanks, Pa.
You're welcome, Israel. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Turn a little bit this way. Have a good time.
Okay.
Well, that is a beautiful birthday cake.
Oh, no, you don't, Daniel Boone. Now, what happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
Oh, don't play innocent with me. There's someone hit you in the eye.
Oh, that.
It isn't black yet, but it probably will be by tomorrow.
Well, just misunderstanding.
What about?
Oh, it doesn't matter now. It's all settled.
Oh, Dan. Go sit down and I'll make a poultice for that eye.
like a hit in the eye. What's that supposed to do?
Well, it won't do much for how you feel, but it might improve your looks. Now, you keep that on there. Yes, you're early. Dinner's not ready yet.
Much obliged, Becky, but that ain't what I come for. Daniel, you know them three fellows you're fighting with? Well, Admiral Scaddens passed them on the trail about an hour ago, and they're headed right back for the Little Grassy.
What kind of fools are they?
I don't know.
What 3 men?
3 men have been poaching beaver on the Indian land.
That means we're in trouble with the Cherokee.
Not yet, at least I hope not, but we will be unless I get out there. Stop it.
Now, Daniel, you watch yourself. Be careful. Don't let them jump you again.
I had such a lovely birthday party planned.
Well, I don't want to go, Becky, but you explain it to Israel.
How long will we be gone?
2 or 3 days, at most. If I'm not back, Cincinnati will know what to do.
Have seen. Seen for yourself. Not even Boone speaks the truth. You will see that my father returns safely to our village. The rest of you come with me. Panoda, you are wounded, my father. For this moment, the Great Spirit has given you a son. Days I will return, and soon our lands will be restored to us. Go!
Got one of them.
Looks like we scared him off.
I ought to shoot all 3 of you, and I would too if I thought he'd undo what you just done.
Why lay the blame on us? It was them Indians started all the trouble.
Do you know who that Indian was you just shot?
They all look alike to me.
It was their head chief, Nefromo.
Well, how was I supposed to know?
Until you shot him, I probably could have walked into his village and straightened this out without anybody getting hurt. But you fixed that.
You don't think they'd attack the settlement for this, do you?
I think so.
My wife's alone. We live quite a distance from the fort.
You should have thought of that before.
Well, there's still time. It'll take a while to get that old chief back to the village. Let's get moving.
Now, before you start running, there's one other thing you're going to do.
Well, what's that?
You're going to spring every trap you set on this stream.
You know what you're saying. We made close to 100 sets. It'll take a full day to cover all of them.
I don't care if it takes a week. You're going to spring every one of them. You killed your last beaver on this stream.
Sorry, Boone.
You can just leave those guns right there. They're no help in springing those traps.
What if them Injuns come at us again?
You just said you didn't think they'd come back. So what are you afraid of now? Now, let's go.
It won't work, Boone. You can only shoot one of us.
That's right, Manville. And I guarantee you'll be the one. So if you think I'm bluffing...
Who's winning the war?
That's my problem, Ma.
I didn't know you had a problem.
Yep. You see, I only got American soldiers. If I don't have some British soldiers to put on the other side, there can't be any war.
I never thought of that. Well, maybe your father will get you some British soldiers when he gets home.
When will that be?
Tomorrow. I'm sure.
My birthday cake can be awful stale by then. He's been gone 2 days already.
You know something, you're right. I tell you what, we'll have your birthday cake for dinner tonight.
We'll save a piece for Pa, though, won't we?
If we don't, I'll bake a brand new one when he gets home.
Reckon Pa knows we're gone by now?
Oh, I think so. He should be home by now.
Why hasn't he come and got us?
But isn't that simple, darling?
But Chief Nofromus has always been a friend of his.
Afraid he's no longer a friend.
Since when did the Cherokee make war on women and children?
Listen to me, my father. The ones I have brought are the wife and son of Daniel Boone.
My son has done wrong.
I have done what must be done. The treaty has been broken.
But what have this woman and this boy to do with the treaty?
Is not Daniel Boone the leader of the white man? Is it not only to him the white man will listen? The white man has broken faith with the Cherokee. They must return the land to us. I will tell this to Daniel Boone.
And if he refuses?
He will not refuse. He will not see his wife and son die.
Well, perhaps you're right. Perhaps this way there will be no war.
Becky? Becky? Rebecca? Israel?
Ask me, Boone's making too big a thing of this.
I don't recall if anyone did ask you.
Well, I'm saying it anyway. I'm tired of being treated like I might be responsible for maybe touching off an Indian war.
Seems to me you don't know whether you touched it off or not.
That's what I'm trying to say. After that little ruckus we had, we spent a whole day up there pulling out traps.
And throwing them away.
Throwing them away?
That's right. Throwing them away. Close to 100 of them. It cost us a small fortune in traps and pelts.
Well, what'd you do that for?
For a good reason. Boone had a gun on us.
Well, that don't seem quite right. Well, that's what I'm complaining about. Forcing a man to destroy his own property.
Now, just simmer down, all of you, and look at it from Daniel's point of view. Now, he surveyed this country for a land company and done all the dickering with a Cherokee to buy it. And he had to make a few concessions along the way.
Well, does that give him the right to do what he did?
Well, I reckon it did from his way of thinking, or he wouldn't have done it. And besides, you've got to admit that you broke that treaty by trapping on their land.
Well, does that make me a criminal?
No, but it makes you look awful careless for getting caught at it.
Well, now, that's another point I'd like to make. I'll bet there isn't a man among you who hasn't trapped up there at one time or another.
I won't take that bet. I reckon most of us have trapped up there now and then when times were hard. But we never took enough pelts to make it noticeable enough to start an Indian war.
Well, there you go, talking Indian wars again. What I started to say was, we were up there a whole day pulling traps, and we never saw a single Indian. Now, if they were going to start trouble, why would they wait?
Well, it could be. There's waiting for a few young bucks to start a war dance.
I figure we threw a real good scare into them. And that's about as far as it'll go.
Well, as long as I've been around, we've never had any trouble with the Cherokees. Chief Nefromo's always been real friendly.
Yeah, that's true enough. Chief Nefromo was the one that got shot, though. And if somebody put some lead in me, I might stop being quite so friendly.
We're not sure it was Chief Nefromo that was shot.
Well, Daniel said so, didn't he?
He said so, but he was quite a ways away.
Well, and if Daniel said it was Nefromo, it was Nefromo.
That could be Boone's way of trying to scare us off.
Well, no matter who it was. All this talk of Indian wars may frighten a lot of you, but it doesn't scare me a bit.
Sounds like you was planning to go back.
I sure am. I've got a lot of traps and pelts up there, and I aim to get them.
I wouldn't say that quite so loud if I was you, because I don't think Daniel would take too kindly to it.
Well, kindly or not, if he interferes with me again, I'll give him a lot more trouble.
Did I hear you say you were going to give me trouble, man? Well, you've already given me more trouble than you know. Did you ever see one of these before?
No.
It's a Cherokee war axe. I found it stuck in my door when I went home. My wife and son are gone. The Cherokees took them.
Daniel, Israel and Becky?
It's part of your doing, man. And if anything should happen to them.
Daniel, I'm sure we can get a search party together.
It's too late, Cincinnatus. They're watching the fort. Any move we make will just put Rebecca and Israel in more danger. All we can do is wait.
I'm sorry for you, Boone.
Indians! That's far enough! Come any closer and I'll shoot!
We come in peace. Tell Boone I wish to talk with him. I will wait for him here.
Sure you want to go out there alone, Daniel? Could be a trick.
It's no trick.
You carry the war axe of Canuta.
So you're the one that took my wife and son?
I took them.
Where are they now?
I will not tell you that. And you will not search for them.
If I find you've harmed them in any way, I promise you I'll bury this war axe in your skull.
A white man's boast. Someday I will find out what skill you have with the axe. And now there is talk to be made.
You still haven't told me about my wife and son.
I will tell you this much.
They are well. No harm has come to them.
Now listen to you.
In the treaty, does it not say that once it has been broken, the Cherokee shall take back those things he has sold?
It says that.
That is why I have come. You have taken many furs from us. Keep them. In return, you will leave this land. All of you. And you will not return.
Canuta, there were only 3 men that took beaver from your stream.
You were also on the land.
I was there to stop what was going on. I didn't steal any furs from you.
I do not believe you.
Then let me speak with your father, Nefromo.
You shot him. He would not believe you either.
No, I didn't shoot him. And I think he still would believe me.
It would not matter. I am the leader of the Cherokee now. You will talk to me.
All right. I'll see that the furs that were taken from you are returned to you. And I promise the men who took them will be punished.
We have talked enough. Now you listen to me. If the white man does not leave this land by the setting of 2 suns, we will be at war. And the wife and son of Daniel Boone will die.
Say, Dan.
He gave us 2 days to leave the country, or we've got a war on our hands.
You mean he wants us to back up and go?
And stay up. That's what he wants.
Can't you talk with him? Couldn't you bargain with him some way?
I tried. I even told him I'd punish Manville and his 2 friends if the rest of us could stay.
You did what, Boone?
You heard me.
What right do you have to bargain with human lives?
What's the matter, Manville? For a few dollars, you've probably sold all the lives in this valley.
Father sent for me.
I sent for you. I hear the beat of the war drums. I see the warriors preparing themselves. What is the meaning of this?
The white man has 1 more day to leave our land. We will be there to see. If they do not leave, there will be war.
You speak of war. What do you know of it?
I will learn them. I will learn to make war very well.
Even one that could have been avoided.
The white man trapped in the stream of the Beaver. He broke the treaty. If there is fighting, it'll be because of this.
If there is fighting, it will be because my son has not been honest with me. This morning I was visited by one who was with you when you spoke with Daniel Boone.
Who was this?
He told me that Daniel Boone had tried to stop what was being done. That he wished to return the skin of the beaver to the Cherokee.
Who told you this?
That he would punish the men who broke the treaty. And that my son refused these gestures of good faith.
It was too late. The treaty had already been broken.
Did not Boone ask to speak with me? Why was I not told of this?
Because you would not have punished him. Because you grow old and can no longer go to war.
I am still chief of the Cherokee.
You may be their chief, but I am their leader. They follow me.
Do not cry out. I won't harm you. I am Nefromo, chief of the Cherokee.
Nefromo? My husband's friend?
As a friendship I almost betrayed. I need your help. Yours and that of the young one.
Our help?
Tomorrow, my son will attack the settlement. There'll be much fighting, much sorrow. I've seen too many wars. I must prevent this one.
How can I help?
Well, it's a long journey, and it's difficult for me to walk. But with your help, perhaps there is still time. Wake the boy.
Israel, darling.
Everybody's got a right to speak his mind before we take a vote. But if you're going to be talking all the same time, we ain't never going to get this meeting over with. We ain't got too much time. All right, now, Harris, what was it you had in mind?
Look, I know the Indians have got Boone's wife and kid, and I can understand how he feels. But I don't feel that gives him any right to ask us to up and leave everything we worked for.
I don't recall he asked anybody for anything.
Well, he just the same as did, leaving it up to us to decide. And likely feeling we'd all feel guilty if we didn't save his family.
If I were you, I'd feel guilty, Harris. You helped start all the trouble.
Why,
you just get your hands off of him.
Wait a minute, will you? Personally, I'm all for leaving. What with us all crowded in this stockade, we ain't got supplies enough to last for any length of time.
Who says the war is going to last any length of time?
Well, that's the whole thing. Nobody knows.
Is that the only reason you're for leaving?
No, it ain't. That's just a part. The other part is that Boone's been a friend of mine. He's been a friend to all of you.
That's right.
And now he's in trouble. We're the ones that ought to pay, not him.
Moss, why don't you sit down or get out, whichever you like?
You're not ordering me around. I'll just get back there.
I still say the war may not even happen. Maybe it's never even been threatened. Nobody heard what the Cherokee said to Boone, and nobody's seen any Indians.
When you start seeing Indians, mister, it's usually too late.
I just want to go on record that I'm for staying.
There's no use some staying and some leaving. It's not what that Indian asked.
I say we put it to a vote.
All right. All right. Now then, everybody, once taken to a vote, raise your hand. All right, I reckon we'll get on with the voting.
Before you put it to a vote, there's something I want to say. There's no way I can force any of you to leave. But I can tell you what's going to happen if you stay. Those of you who live outside the stockade will have your homes and your crops burned and your cattle run off. And those of you that stay inside the fort are going to be massacred.
Boone, what basis do you have for making a statement like that?
I've been out scouting for 2 days, and there are more Indians across that river than any of you have ever seen before. So you just go ahead and have your vote.
All right. All right, now you heard for yourself. Now you see what's at stake? Your families and your lives and your future. So I'd advise you to think carefully before you make your vote. And all them that want to go, say yes. Daniel, I'm sorry they voted to stay.
I figured they would. I reckon I'm responsible for all of them.
Well, you told them. They ain't your responsibility.
In a way, Cincinnatus. In a way, they are. Open the gate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Boone?
You always said you'd like to have this.
Oh, yes, sir.
You watch it for me, and if I don't come back, it's yours.
Whatever you fixing to do, Dal?
I'm gonna take a real long gamble, Cincinnatus.
So long, Dal.
The sun is near its setting. The white man has not left. Soon we will destroy you.
You claim to be the new chief for the Cherokee.
I am the chief.
That's sort of funny. I always thought to be a chief, a man had to be a warrior.
I am a warrior.
I hold here the war axe of the new chief of the Cherokee. If he's truly chief, he'll try to take it from me.
I will take it from you.
You just name where and how.
I say no. And I will fight you as a chief. On horseback.
What's he doing? I ain't sure, but looks to me like he's fixing to fight a duel.
Pick it up, Boone!
Give you back your life for the life of my wife and son. Where are they?
Your wife and son are safe, Boone. Yeah. accuse the white man of breaking faith, but you are the one who has broken it. You are no longer welcome in our village. For 6 moons, you will go and live in the forest by yourself. Meditate. And when you come back to your people, you will be a wiser and perhaps a better man. Go with you to your people, Boone. We will tell them to return to their homes. There is no war between us.
Rebecca fixed this for you.
Thank her for me. Food will help keep these old bones together. A long trip home.
Well, are you sure you can't stay longer until your leg heals more?
No, my place is with my people. There are still some among them who would cause trouble. They need watching.
Well, we have the same problem here. The trouble is you can't watch them all the time.
You and I know this. As long as we know it, there'll be no more trouble between us.
Well, there's one more thing. Those 3 that caused the trouble, they'll be punished. And I don't think they'll make the same mistake again soon.
I know that what you say is true.
Chief, come again.